Privilege for me to come here and speak to you on the occasion of 150th years of legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. The film you have just seen, about 10 minutes film about Mahatma. I wish to express my gratitude to Dr. Nabil Mohammed, Honorable Minister of Higher Education Research, and the University of Djibouti's President, Dr. Jama Mohammed Hassan, also for making this program in the University of Djibouti. Mahatma Gandhi, as you've seen in 10 minutes film, was an exceptional leader and a great human being. He has influenced and inspired millions of people around the world to fight against inequality and oppression, and has provided an invaluable contribution to peaceful freedom movement across the world. You know that India got freedom in 1947. And there were many countries in Africa, Latin America, and many other continents. They were not free from colonial rule. Djibouti itself was under colonial powers, got freedom quite late. And there is an inspiration all over the Africa about India's freedom struggle, which was largely a non-violent freedom movement. Even after 70 years of passing of Mahatma Gandhi, 1948, and now nearly 72 years now, his sense of services, his principles, dedicated to India and the world humanity, is still very relevant to the present world situation. That is why we are here to celebrate the legacy of Mahatma. Yesterday we celebrated an event also. And I would like to talk a little about the relevance of his thoughts and ideas in the field of entrepreneurship. The universities are places of learning and also places for innovation. All over the world, universities are having innovations, and the number of innovations, the number of patents filed by the universities making their ranking in the world. So I would like to say that universities, the center of learning, and Mahatma is also having his thoughts on entrepreneurship. Because of entrepreneurship, a person becomes self-sufficient. He is not dependent on anybody for creation of job, which is the biggest challenge facing by all the countries of the world. Mahatma Gandhi triggered a revolution which is called Swadeshi movement in India. Swadeshi means you make in your own country. India was suffering from British colonialism, and when he came back in 1915, he spent some time seeing the country, and from 1918 onward, he actively participated in India's freedom movement. And moreover, he led the movement later on. The movement promoted the idea that India can produce their own clothing and other goods from local resources without relying on high-cost foreign clothing. So India was a colony, and we were producing raw material which was taken by the British for their mills in Manchester, and clothes were produced there, and it was coming back to India with a high cost. So that kind of economy was created by the colonial powers. This movement of Gandhi to tell the people for their self-governance, so that they can do themselves. Gandhiji also made people to learn homegrown skills, ideas of self-reliance. There was a lot of boycott of foreign goods, and that made the people more aware about their own capabilities, their own capacities to do things in India. Today, Government of India is also on a move to make in India. We are inviting investment from all over the world to India, to produce in India, to increase the self-sufficiency in India. And that is the growing example of how we take Mahatma seriously in Indian government on the Swadeshi movement. The idea of self-reliance and self-sufficiency promotes village and cottage industries in India. That model is very useful for Djibouti. because there is a need for creation of jobs, self-employment, promotion of employment among the youth and women. So there is a skill development center. We just yesterday at Mahatma Gandhi Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurship, we had a program, and you know that India gave this gift to Djibouti in 2018. His Excellency the President of Djibouti inaugurated this center in November 2018. This center will be a place for skill development, entrepreneurship, leadership role for the youth of Djibouti. We also look forward for trilateral cooperation with Indian institutions, this center and the University of Djibouti, that how we can bring University of Djibouti also into the fold of this center, and how the University of Djibouti can also benefit from skill development in their center with the support of India. We also started in last year, Government of India started a new program called Study in India to encourage international students to come to India for higher educations. This should be an interest for the students here, that India is an ideal place for quality higher education at affordable fees. This will not only benefit the Djiboutian student, but the Indian students as well get exposure of new ideas and cultures and knowing each other for different people of the world. Government of India also have scholarship through ICCR, Indian Council of Cultural Relations, for the students of the Djibouti. There are 11 scholarships now, and the applications for this year is also open. I wish all the students of the university look the website and see the courses, fill their application form, reach out to the embassy for admissions in the Indian universities. There are 11 scholarships, and if we get more and more enthusiasm among the students, this scholarship will be considered to increase in future. Similarly, we are offering long-term training for executives, managers, academicians, government officials under our iTech program, Indian Technical and Education Cooperation. This is a scheme in India which train people at mid-level of their career, including the university. So this is also an opportunity for me to announce that we need more and more university level officials also to get trained in India. In order to further support University of Djibouti, we may leverage information technology. So Government of India has launched the E-Vidya Bharati program and unveiled the tele-education portal. The portal we will give to the university, and this portal gives access to the students to over 500 courses in various disciplines, including engineering and technology, education, mathematics, sciences, humanities, arts, culture, teacher training, etc. This portal will also offer 15,000 scholarships to students pursuing undergraduate and postgraduate studies from Africa. We could also consider sister university tie-ups with University of Djibouti with Indian institutions. Based on your demand, we can consider provide more books and journals to India, from India to the India Corner. We just started India Corner at the university, Bharat Ek Parichay, where we have placed some books, and looking into your request and demand, we can always provide more and more books from India. As the students may be aware that we are a new diplomatic mission here. There are many missions here, but we are the new mission here, opened last year in April when I joined here as an ambassador. And in order to enhance India's cooperation and active engagement with Africa, Government of India decided 18 new missions to open in Africa, and we are the first among them. We are very grateful to Djibouti which, in 2015, there were problems in Yemen, and Operation Rahat was started by Government of India in April 2015. Djibouti played a very vital role in that. A lot of Indians and national from other countries, about 18 countries national, were evacuated from Yemen, and a base camp was established in Djibouti. Government of Djibouti provided great help to us, and for that we have given our second highest honor to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Djibouti, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh. This is a small contribution or small token of appreciation, I would say, for the immense cooperation extended by the Government of Djibouti during that crisis time in April 2015. I would like to say that President of India also visited Djibouti in October 2017. This was his first visit as a president to any country, and he selected Djibouti as his first visit. That shows that Government of India's keen interest to establish strong partnership with the Government of Djibouti, with the people of Djibouti. Now, I would like to say also that India and Africa having great cooperation. We have already 3 summit level meetings between our leaders and the leaders of Africa. Last one was 3rd in 2015. Now in this year there will be 4th summit level event in India, and we have already requested the Government of Djibouti to participate. We'll make all sincere efforts to build projects which is based on people-to-people cooperation, which is in high demand. There are various kind of projects being run in Djibouti. Our focus is more people-to-people centric project, which directly benefits the people of the country. I just say that the India corner we just started will have books on different languages. India has 22 official languages, so all the books of official language and English also there. These books carries the message of peace, harmony, language, and the other areas of our learning. India has a long tradition of advocating the unity and diversity, because India is the most diverse country in the world. We practice peace and harmony, we advocate peace and harmony. Our ancient slogan is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means the world is a one big family. This phrase is a demonstration of our firm belief in all-inclusive attitude and approach of India in dealing with the world. These books will have also this library, the India Corner, has books from also Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore. His books is also there. I hope that India Corner will help the students of Djibouti to explore India, because as we don't speak French, Djibouti speak French, so that is a little bit barrier, but I hope that we will break this barrier and will reach out to Djibouti. We'll try to learn French also, and you try to learn English also, because the language of English is the language of the technology, the language of the world. Business is mostly being done now in English. We try to learn French to reach out more on the local people, to understand them more better also. I hope that with this corner, people of Djibouti, the students of Djibouti will know about India, Indian literature, arts, culture, etc. And I'm confident that this a new beginning will further strengthen our understanding, our knowing each other, the people, the students. Students will also understand about India and know more about our country through these books, through scholarships, explore India. That is my wish to you. And I am confident that with the opening of this India Corner and also our cooperation in general with the people and the government of Djibouti, our relationship will further strengthen.